the Premier League season has finally come to a close, and it's been confirmed. Nottingham Forest have qualified for the Conference League. Well, the playoff round anyway, but either way, I am buzzing. The Reds are going to Europe. Just wow, really. Europe, ole ole, oh my god, it's actually happening. And this is mine and probably many Forest fans' first time of getting to watch the boys playing in Europe. And I just cannot wait. And, just to clarify for reference, the last time we played in Europe was back in 1996, which was before I was born, and I imagine before a lot of us newer Forest fans were born as well. So, it's quite the experience. We've heard the glory days, we've heard of those stories of how we, won European Cups, and now we get to see it for real for the first time in a long time. And I'm pretty excited, I must say. Now, are Forest fans right to be disappointed? Probably, but there's nothing we can do about that now. And we did something that seemed impossible at the start of the season. Not only did we survive, but we did so comfortably. Going from 2 relegation battling finishers, finishing 17th last season to finishing 7th this season. Almost doubling our points total as well. However, this is not my end of season review. That will be coming in the next couple of days, so keep your eyes peeled for that. This one's just focusing on the Conference League, baby. We are going to Europe. Wow. It may only be the Conference League. I say as if that's anything to sniff at. It is the tertiary European competition, but it is Europe. And in my opinion, it's a good starting point for a team that's been fighting for survival the past 2 seasons and has not even tasted Europe for 29 years. Our side has no experience with playing midweek football, so playing in the Conference League will give us that vital experience we need to not only progress, but to build ourselves up for future European campaigns, should we get any, which will only be beneficial in the future. However, we do need to qualify first, which is through the playoff round, and no European team has failed to qualify. That's all I'll say. So Forest are probably going to be the first if we're being real. But in the event that we do qualify, it looks like a competition that we could go pretty far in. I think we should fancy ourselves against a lot of the sides in this competition, and without the teams dropping down from Europa or the Champions League, it gives us an even better chance of going a lot further in this competition. I'm not saying we'll win it outright, but there's no reason we can't go pretty far in this competition. It is our first try. We have not played European football for a long time, so it'll take some adjusting, take some getting used to. We'll need to add more players, add some more depth to the side. But we're a good team. We've proven that this season. There's no reason we can't look to progress in this competition as well. I'm sure our domestic form will drop off a bit, but that's acceptable if we're going far in Europe, in my opinion. I mean, look at Man United and Spurs. They avoided relegation because the 3 promoted sides were absolutely shit, but one of them got a European trophy. So, do they really care? If Twitter's anything to go by, they really don't. We are not guaranteed to be in the competition proper just yet. We have to go through the qualification phase first. Luckily, because we're in the Premier League, the highest European coefficient league in Europe, where else would it be? We get a pass straight into the playoff phase. So that makes things a little bit easier for us. Should we secure qualification, we'll be drawn against 6 different sides from these 6 pots. And then it just goes from there, really. The competition will be following the new UEFA League format, which was introduced last year. So should we finish in the top 8 of the league, we'll then go straight into the round of 16. Whilst teams from 9th to 24th will get drawn against each other for the knockout round. Hopefully we can get top 8, that'd be brilliant. But if we have to play a bit of knockout football, if the FA Cup's anything to go by, we're fucking built for that. Penalties all the way. I fucking hope not. I cannot take more showings like that. Jesus Christ. I know we went pretty far in the FA Cup. We got to Wembley and all of that, but mate, the amount of penalty shootouts we went to when we could have done with more rest was not it. And if it's in Europe as well, even more games. Christ almighty. I hope we can put games to bed better this season, especially in knockout tournaments. Or next season, I guess. After the knockout round, it's then going to be business as usual. You know, you got your round of 16, then your quarterfinals, semi-finals, and then the final. Hopefully we make it all the way, which is in Leipzig this season. Or next season. The coming season, whatever you want to call it. Book the hotel now. The Reds will be there.
Yeah. Book the hotel.
I know it's going to be a harder competition than we think. It took West Ham a couple of attempts to finally lift the trophy, but they did it, and I would love if I could see Forest win one of those in my lifetime. Before the season begun, the season just finished, did not think that would be something I could see in my lifetime, but Noon and the boys have proved us wrong, so we may be seeing that third star a lot sooner than expected. Do you think we should get a third star if we won the Conference League? Because it is a European trophy, and personally, I do. I mean, look, Ipswich, they've got one for the European Cup they won. Wasn't the European Cup per se, but, you know, the cup they won in Europe. So I don't see anything wrong with that. I personally would add the third star, but again, that's going to be up to the club. But I think most fans would agree, get the third star ready for the shirt. Also, the kits we're dropping for the coming season look phenomenal. That strip running about in Europe, wow, absolute beautiful stuff. I'm just looking forward to some European nights, with the likes of Albania, you know, Armenia, Mongolia, Croatia. Wherever we go, I'm fucking ready for it. Will I get an away ticket? Very unlikely, but hey, we can still travel and absorb the atmosphere, you know? Hey, anything for a trip to Europe, that's all I'll say. I will drop my season review in the next couple of days. I'm just very excited about seeing my team qualify for Europe for the first time in my life, and hopefully getting to experience European nights under the lights at the City Ground on Trentside. That is going to be phenomenal. If you told me at the start of the season, I would have asked for the drugs you were taking, because that seemed very far off. I know we joke, we make signings, we post the Conference League GIF, we all have a laugh, but I didn't think we'd actually do it this season, and yet, here we are, ready for Europe. Well, gearing up for Europe. The Conference League awaits for me, and I'm so excited for it. I cannot wait. The Reds are in Europe once again. Europe again. Europe again. Europe again. Ole, ole. You Reds, come on.